Morning. Pastor Steve here again. Been trying to do a few video logs, just getting ready for our Pagan event that's coming up. I'm pretty excited about it. All the money hasn't come in yet, but it's coming. I want to kind of show you why we do this. I'll go to the book of James here. James kind of attaches something to faith that I think really needs to be attached to faith. Because James says that faith isn't just a funny feeling. Faith isn't just like, oh yeah, I believe. Faith is something that activates you. I think it was Mike Warnke who said it. The key that sets you free is also the key to your ignition. Good way to put it. And he uses an illustration of feeding people to show faith. It shows that true faith really works. He says, what does it profit, my brothers, if somebody says he has faith, but doesn't have works? Can that kind of faith save him? If a brother or sister is naked and destitute of daily food, and one of you says to them, go in peace, be warmed and filled, but you don't give them what they need for the body, what does it profit? So faith by itself, if it doesn't have works, is dead. Someone will say, you have faith and I have works. Show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. So it's an indication of faith, and this is only illustrative, but it's a big illustration that's borne out throughout the Scriptures, that God is interested in feeding hungry people and taking care of the needs of others. In a day and age when the church has become more known for what it's against than what we're for, I want to just point out a few things that we're for. Jesus, when he comes again, and he will judge between the sheep and the goats. And something he said in Matthew 25, he said, I was hungry and you gave me meat. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you took me in. And then those will say, well, Lord, when did we see you hungry and thirsty? And Jesus will say this, even as much as you've done it to the least of these, my brethren, you've done it to me. As you have done it to the least of these, my brethren, you have done it to me. So there's a correlation between trusting God and serving God. Service, someone said, is love and work clothes. If you love me, Jesus said, keep my commandments. And then he said, my commandments are not grievous. Remember how he boiled down the commandments? He said, love God with your whole heart, first of all, and love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. Proverbs 14:31 in the Older Testament said, he who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker, but he who honors him has mercy on the needy. Think about that. The way to honor God is to have mercy on those who have a need. Proverbs 19:17, who has pity on the poor lends to the Lord, and he'll pay back what he's given. So I don't have anything. Well, give what you got. Give what you can. Proverbs 22:9 says, he who has a generous eye will be blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Proverbs 28:27, he who gives to the poor will not lack, but he who hides his eyes will have many curses. Whoa, that's pretty heavy. Isaiah 58:10, if you extend your soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul, then your light shall dawn on the darkness, and your darkness shall be as the noonday. In Luke chapter 3, beginning the second part of verse 9, every tree which doesn't bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Some people said, well, what do we do? He said this, he who has 2 coats, let him give to the one who has none. He who has food, let him do the same. Share what you have. In Deuteronomy 15:7, if among you one of your brothers should become poor in any of your towns within your land that the Lord your God is giving you, you shall not harden your heart or shut up your hand against your poorer brother. In Deuteronomy 24:19, way back in the law, when you reap your harvest in your fields and forget a sheaf in the field, you will not go back to get it. It shall be for the sojourner, for the fatherless and the widow, that the Lord your God may bless you in all the work of your hands. He wants you to be kind. He wants you to care for the needs of others. And yes, we have a message to proclaim. But I'll tell you, it's hard to tell a starving person Jesus loves you. And he has given us the task. It's Pastor Steve, and we'll catch you next time.